In the vast tapestry of Norse mythology, where gods and giants clash, one figure stands as a harbinger of ultimate destruction. This is the saga of Fenrir, the monstrous wolf, a creature whose very name evokes dread and awe. His story is a chilling narrative woven with threads of fear, betrayal, and an inescapable destiny. Fenrir is not merely a beast of legend. He is a central pillar in the prophecies of the end times. His existence embodies the raw, untamed power that even the mightiest gods struggle to contain. His tale is a stark reminder of the fragile balance between order and chaos. His lineage is as infamous as his deeds. Fenrir is the offspring of Loki, the cunning trickster god, whose unpredictable nature often sowed discord among the Aesir. His mother was the giantess Angerboda, a formidable figure from the Ironwood Forest, known for her monstrous progeny. Fenrir was not born alone into this world of myth and magic. He shared his monstrous parentage with two equally terrifying siblings. One was Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent, whose colossal body encircled the entire world. His other sibling was Hel, the grim goddess who presided over the realm of the dead. Together, these three children of Loki and Angerboda represented a formidable threat to the established order. They were a dark trinity, each destined to play a crucial role in the twilight of the gods. From the moment of his birth, Fenrir was perceived as a grave menace to the gods of Asgard. His immense strength and rapid growth quickly became a source of profound anxiety. The Aesir knew they faced an adversary unlike any other. The story of Fenrir is a profound exploration of several core themes. It delves into the nature of brute power, the weight of prophecy, and the eternal struggle against an unyielding fate. It questions whether even divine beings can truly escape their predetermined doom. Fenrir's destiny was inextricably linked to the Ragnarok, the cataclysmic end of the world. Ancient prophecies foretold his pivotal role in the destruction of the cosmos. He was not just a monster, he was a living prophecy. The most terrifying aspect of this prophecy was Fenrir's ultimate act. He was destined to devour Odin, the All-Father himself. This chilling prediction sent shivers through the halls of Asgard, fueling the gods' desperate attempts to control him. The gods were acutely aware of Fenrir's burgeoning strength and his predetermined path. They watched him grow with a mixture of fear and reluctant admiration. His power was undeniable, his fate seemingly unalterable. Initially, in a misguided attempt to control him, Fenrir was brought to Asgard. The gods hoped that by keeping him close, they could somehow mitigate the threat he posed. This decision, however, proved to be a double-edged sword. Only the god Tyr, renowned for his courage and honor, dared to approach and feed the growing wolf. He alone possessed the bravery to face the beast that terrified the other deities. Tyr's compassion, however, could not alter Fenrir's nature. Fenrir grew at an alarming rate, his size and ferocity increasing with each passing day. His wild, untamed nature became more pronounced, making him an increasingly dangerous presence within Asgard. He was a force of nature, not a pet. The gods soon realized that Fenrir could not be contained by conventional means. His power was too great, his destiny too fearsome. They understood that drastic precautions were necessary to protect their realm from the impending doom he represented. The Aesir, driven by fear and the weight of prophecy, decided they must bind Fenrir. Their first attempt involved a massive iron chain, forged with all the strength their smiths could muster. They called it lighting. Fenrir, ever suspicious, sensed the deception in their invitation to test his strength. He allowed himself to be bound, but his keen intellect warned him of their true intentions. He was no fool to their tricks. To the gods' astonishment, Fenrir merely stretched his mighty limbs. With a single effortless movement, he shattered Lading into countless pieces. The chain meant to hold him proved to be nothing more than a flimsy thread. Undeterred, the gods commissioned an even stronger chain, twice as thick and reinforced with powerful magic. They named this new restraint Dromi, believing it would surely hold the monstrous wolf. Their desperation grew with each failure. Again, Fenrir permitted himself to be bound, his eyes gleaming with a mixture of amusement and contempt. He knew their efforts were futile, their strength insufficient. He was testing their resolve and finding it wanting. With a powerful flex of his muscles, Fenrir snapped Dromi as easily as he had the first chain. The sound of its breaking echoed through Asgard, a chilling testament to his unparalleled might. His power was truly earth-shattering. Each failed attempt only served to demonstrate Fenrir's terrifying strength. The ground trembled beneath his paws, and the air crackled with his raw power. The gods watched in growing despair, their conventional methods proving utterly useless against him. With their conventional chains shattered and their fear mounting, the gods found themselves in a state of profound desperation. No earthly bond could hold Fenrir, and the prophecy loomed ever larger. They needed a solution beyond their own capabilities. In their dire need, the Aesir turned to the master craftsmen of the cosmos, the dwarves. These subterranean beings were renowned for their unparalleled skill in forging magical artifacts, capable of feats impossible for gods or giants. They were their last hope. The dwarves, after much deliberation and secret labor, created Gleipnir. This was no ordinary chain. It was a magical ribbon, impossibly strong, yet deceptively delicate in appearance. It was a marvel of mystical engineering. Gleipnir was forged from 6 impossible ingredients, elements that defy the natural order of the world. Each component contributed to its unbreakable nature, making it a bond unlike any other. Its creation was a testament to ancient magic. The first ingredient was the sound of a cat's footsteps, silent and ethereal. Next came the beard of a woman, a thing that does not exist. These elements spoke to the chain's subtle, unseen power. Then, the roots of a mountain, deep and unyielding, were woven into its fabric. The sinews of a bear, representing immense strength, were also incorporated. These added to its foundational resilience. Finally, the breath of a fish, invisible and fleeting, and the spittle of a bird, light and ephemeral, completed the magical composition. These impossible elements combined to create an unbreakable bond. Gleipnir appeared as a thin, silken ribbon, seemingly fragile and harmless. Its delicate appearance belied its true nature, making it the perfect instrument of deception. It was designed to lull Fenrir into a false sense of security. Despite its slender form, Gleipnir was utterly indestructible. No force in the 9 realms, not even Fenrir's colossal strength, could break its magical hold. It was the ultimate prison, crafted from the very fabric of impossibility. Armed with Gleipnir, the gods approached Fenrir once more, this time with a cunning plan. They invited him to a remote island, presenting the ribbon as a challenge, a test of his legendary strength. They hoped to trick him into his own binding. They promised Fenrir immense fame and glory if he could break this seemingly flimsy ribbon. They appealed to his pride, knowing his confidence in his own power was immense. This was their final desperate gamble. Fenrir, however, was not easily fooled. He eyed the slender ribbon with deep suspicion, sensing the magic emanating from it. He knew this was different from the crude chains they had presented before. His instincts warned him of treachery. He agreed to the challenge, but only on one condition. One of the gods must place their hand in his mouth as a pledge of good faith. This act would serve as a guarantee that no trickery was involved. It was a terrifying demand. Among all the gods, only Tyr, the brave god of war and justice, stepped forward. He understood the immense sacrifice required, but the fate of Asgard hung in the balance. His courage was absolute, his resolve unwavering. Tyr, known for his unwavering honor and self-sacrifice, willingly placed his right hand into Fenrir's massive jaws. It was an act of profound bravery, a testament to his dedication to the safety of the gods. He faced his fate with stoicism. Fenrir, satisfied with Tyr's pledge, allowed the gods to bind him with Gleipnir. The ribbon wrapped around him, feeling light and harmless. He prepared to snap it with the same ease he had shattered the previous chains. He strained and thrashed, his immense power unleashed against the seemingly fragile bond. But Gleipnir held firm, tightening with every struggle. Fenrir roared in fury, realizing he had been tricked, that this bond was unbreakable. The more Fenrir struggled, the tighter Gleipnir became. digging into his flesh. In his rage and frustration, he clamped his jaws shut, severing Tyr's hand. The god of war sacrificed his limb for the safety of the cosmos. With Fenrir finally bound by Gleipnir, the gods secured the magical ribbon to a massive rock deep within the earth. They then drove a sword into his mouth, pinning his jaws open to prevent him from biting. His roars of agony echoed through the underworld. Fenrir was imprisoned in a desolate cave far from Asgard, where his struggles would not threaten the realms. There he would remain, a captive force of nature, until the prophesied end of days. His rage simmered, contained but not extinguished. His imprisonment was not eternal, but rather a temporary reprieve. The prophecies foretold that Fenrir would break free from his bonds during the cataclysmic events of Ragnarok. His release would signal the beginning of the end. When the final battle commences, Fenrir will unleash his pent-up fury upon the world. He will break free from Gleipnir, his roars shaking the very foundations of the cosmos. His liberation will be a terrifying spectacle. In his ultimate act of vengeance and destiny, Fenrir will fulfill the ancient prophecy. He will charge across the battlefield, his jaws wide, and swallow Odin, the All-Father, whole. This act will mark the darkest hour for the gods. Fenrir's consumption of Odin will be the definitive signal for the final devastating battle of Ragnarok. It will plunge the world into chaos, leading to the destruction and rebirth of the cosmos. His role is both destructive and transformative. Fenrir stands as a potent symbol of raw, untamed brute force. His immense power, capable of shattering the strongest chains, represents the destructive potential that lies beyond human or even divine control. He is nature's fury personified. He also embodies the profound fear of change and the unknown. The gods' desperate attempts to bind him reflect their anxiety about the inevitable shifts in power and the coming end of their era. Fenrir represents the terrifying future. More profoundly, Fenrir symbolizes the tragic inevitability of destiny. Despite all their efforts, the gods could not escape the prophecy of his actions. His story highlights the Norse belief in an unyielding fate that even deities cannot defy. His tale serves as a stark reminder of the inherent fragility of the gods themselves. Even the mighty Aesir, with all their power and wisdom, were vulnerable to forces beyond their complete control. Their reign was not absolute. Ultimately, Fenrir represents the unstoppable power of dark forces, whether internal or external. His story is a cautionary tale about the consequences of unchecked power and the cyclical nature of destruction and rebirth in the grand cosmic narrative.